guys, I'm here today. I want to talk about and go over a movement that commonly is done improperly, which is a deadlift, a straight leg deadlift. So it's also a movement that people kind of can tend to injure themselves injure their backs with. So just want to make sure that if anyone has any questions on this, that it's pretty clear. And yeah, let me know. So I'm using these weights. Look really heavy. These are 33 pounds a piece, so they're actually lighter than they look. But I'm just going to kind of go over first just the movement and the form. So a deadlift is primarily going to be engaging the back of your legs and your low back. So it's going to be targeting and hitting the hamstrings, the glutes, and the low back muscles. So the movement itself looks like this from the side. So you hinge from the hips. You keep your spine in a neutral position and you keep your legs fairly straight. Little soft bend in the knees is okay. And you hinge from the hips and bow forward. So think about if you're thinking more like instead of bending forward, you're going to bow. So you bow and you push your hips back. So think about the hips kind of staying on the same plane and they're just sliding backwards. So your chest is open, your shoulders are back. You push the hips back, bow forward. So I don't know if you can kind of see that here where my hips are, I'm not bending forward, bending down. So I'm not rounding my back, bending from the back. I'm hinging from the hips and pushing the butt back. So almost think like as you go through the movement, as the chest comes down, the butt goes back behind you. And then in the reverse, you slide the butt forward. So hopefully you guys can kind of see that. The butt pushes back. And then as you return to your start position, you pull and slide the hips forward. So generally speaking, when you're doing the deadlift, you should be staying in this horizontal plane with your hips. So if you have a mirror, hopefully, and kind of see yourself doing this movement and check and see, are you staying on that straight plane, sliding back and forth? So hip slide back and then come forward. And so from the front, it's not as noticeable, but again, I'm bowing forward, pushing the hips back, and I'm trying to get to the point, and it depends on where the flexibility in your hamstrings are. I'm trying to get to that point where I'm coming down a little bit lower, or at least level. If I look at it from the side, I'm at least level with my hips. So, and then with the weight here, whatever you're using, if you're using weights or if you're using resistance bands, so your shoulders stay back, and then slide forward. So with weight from the front, chest is open, shoulders are back here. And also as I pick up the weight, I don't want to round my back or bend my knees. I'm not doing this. So from my starting position, I come down, a little soft bend in the knees, come all the way up, chest is open. I push the hips back, slide back. Bow mid shin here is good, and then all the way up. Looking from the side. So push the hips back, going mid shin, all the way up. Same thing other side. Chest is open, push hips back, and then all the way up. All right, little quick video on form for deadlifts. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to email me, firedupfitness510@gmail.com. I'm Lydia, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.